Hello, I'm audible. Okay. Good evening, all of you. I am C. Ankur Bijaka and welcoming all of you on this today. And also welcome CA Gyan Chandra Mishra ji, Vice Chairman of CPE Committee. I'm sharing some short profile of him. CA Gyan Chandra Mishra is a fellow member of ICAI, associate member of ICSI, LLB and insolvency professional. He is serving the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India in various capacities since 2010. Presently, he is serving the ICAI as Central Council member. He is Vice Chairman of CPE Committee, Internal Audit Standards Boards, and Committee on Management Accounting. He is also a member of Examination Committee. He possesses about 24 years of proven professional track record and has given instrumental in contributing towards the cause of social welfare as well. He has served as speaker, resource person at various forums and delivered lectures on various topics. He is very knowledgeable and very good person with us. We welcome sir today at the Dreams Destination event.
So thank you, Ankurji, for your kind introduction. Good evening to all the friends, respected speakers, of course, moderator of the session, and participants who have joined this today's very important program of the CPE committee on the power of thinking. Change your life by changing your thinking in a scientific way. I welcome all the speakers, moderator, and of course the officers of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, CPE committee on this very important webinar in the interest of the members of the profession at large. Friends, this is a saying that as whatever I think, we people think, that is basically becomes the way of our life. And the today's webinar is based on the same only. We are here fortunate enough that a very wonderful speaker on the session, Pritam K. Goswami ji, is with us. He is a good author, internationally acclaimed motivational speaker, life reinvention coach, and social activist. Friend, in the routine, while practicing as a chartered accountant or chartered accountant in service, we people are already overstressed about things. And when it comes to go with the innovative ideas, things, then we have to come with some motivators. And if we see such events are really very important and necessary to come out the stress levels of the routine and daily working of the professionals. I'm quite hopeful that this program is going to be very beneficial for each and everyone. We have to concentrate our mind and soul towards our goal. And this is what we are going to learn today. Friends, I will not take much time as this is the time to listen to our learned speaker. I congratulate the committee for taking such good initiative, especially Ajit Tiwari ji and the entire gamut of the speakers, and of course to the participants who have spared their valuable time to attend this webinar today. Thank you, dear Ankurji, for giving this opportunity to interact with the members. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time, and we are blessed to have you with us today. And further, we are going to our renowned faculty and taking our session, CA Pritam Goswami ji. I will give a brief introduction of him. CA Pritam K. Goswami ji is a chartered accountant as well as an author and internationally acclaimed motivational speaker, a life reinvention coach, and a social activist. He is a certified master practitioner of NLP from UK. He was conferred with international training fellowship by Junior Chamber International USA and became 8th proud Indian trainer having a tag of international training fellow. It's a big achievement, friends. He conducts NLP practitioners workshop across India and in Nepal. Beside that, he conducts workshop on leadership, business excellence, train the trainers, public speaking, students empowerment, etc. During last 20 years, he has mentored and influenced lives of more than 50,000 persons across the globe through his seminars, training, workshops, speeches, and counseling. It's a great thing. We are professionals, but we need to change our style of thinking and work experience, the way of thinking. He has traveled more than 30 countries for social and training commitments. The faculty of today, Mr. Pritam Goswami, is very knowledgeable person, and we are blessed to have with us. So I request Mr. Pritam Goswami ji to take the session, and we will start the session with Pritam Goswami ji. Please, sir, we welcome you.
Thank you, Ankur ji, for my introduction and also sharing the importance of having a different growth mindset as a professional. Respected Mishra sir, Ankur ji, and all the CPE committee team of ICAI. As you know that this is 4 days series as a title of Dreams and Destinations. Day one, we discussed about power of thinking. Yesterday, we spoke about relationship with clients and family and society, how it can help you growing your business. Today's topic is very interesting. The title of today's talk or conversation is the millionaire mindset. And we are going to speak on how to expand, how to grow, how by guiding your mind and thinking, you can grow in your profession to a great level. Tomorrow is the last day, and we'll be summing up and we'll be talking about success strategies. So today's focus is going to be on growth, finance, and having that mindset to earn a lot of money. So let me share my screen and then we'll start. Okay, so why I call it an introductory webinar? Because it's I have recently written a book, Millionaire Mind Unleashed. This got published last year, and I was fortunate enough that this was among top 50 books of 2021 of our country in terms of the content and the practical approach and usefulness for the readers. So based on that book is a very practical book, and based on that I've created this webinar or this discussion. I conduct a 3 full days workshop, face-to-face workshop on this topic to help people reprogramming their mind. So this 90 minutes workshop which we are taking is basically deals with how to change that mindset. So I will be continuing this till 5:30, and then we'll be taking up question and answers. And I request you to keep noting your questions, or you can start putting it in your chat box, and then we can discuss it later once I finish my talk. So there are a few questions, my dear friends, and I expect all of you to sit with a pen and paper. There are various questions I'll be asking. So we are not interacting one-on-one, or we are not interacting directly, but answering those questions will help you changing your state of mind. Writing the answers of those questions will help you understanding your thinking pattern, and that is going to challenge your present state of mind, and you can rediscover your thinking in terms of creating more wealth for you, expanding your business in terms of money. तो आप अपना पेन और पेपर लेकर के साथ में बैठिए, और बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कुछ 3-4 बार में ऐसा होगा कि मैं कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा, एंड आई एक्सपेक्ट यू to write prompt answers. So that's very important. और वो अगर आपको ऐसा लगे कि आप अभी आंसर नहीं लिख पा रहे हैं, तो I request you to take screenshot of that particular slide जिसमें वो answers आपको exhibit होंगे. Okay, so I start with first few questions. What is the purpose of this webinar? What is the purpose of this discussion? What is the objective of this topic, my dear friends? Like, do you struggle in expanding your business to the next level? What do we mean by next level? I'm not talking about marginal growth. I'm not talking about the normal 10, 15, 20% growth. I'm talking about taking it to a significant level. So do you think that in spite of working for 12 hours a day, in spite of putting all my efforts in terms of my knowledge, my time, using my network, I'm not able to take my business or profession or my company to the next level? If I'm in job, are you still in search of highly rewarding job? Do you still think that I have to work a lot, but still the compensation I get doesn't match with my expectation, doesn't match with my knowledge, doesn't match with my efforts? So are you still in search of such kind of job? And do you want to overcome losses in your business? I've seen many people conceptualizing or evolving a business, but after hard work or putting a significant amount of money as capital, people are not able to generate losses, profits out of it. Are you not able to create wealth in spite of all your efforts? Because why I want to expand my business, why I want a rewarding job, why I want to expand my business? Of course I want to earn more money. If of course I want to create more wealth. Are your expenses, now this is a complaint of so many people, this is a problem challenge of so many people, but are your expenses always higher than your income? के साथ इनकम आती है, पैसा आता है, पता नहीं चलता कब खत्म हो जाता है, इतना कभी ये ईएमआई में चला गया, ये इंश्योरेंस में चला गया, ये रेंट में चला गया, ये कार की ईएमआई में चला गया, ये घर की ईएमआई में चला गया, ये बच्चों के एजुकेशन में चला गया। अब और उसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे ऐसे अनफोर्सिन एक्सपेंसेस वी keep receiving, that I find that my outflow is always higher than my inflows. And then I ask, when if you're a practicing CA and if you compare yourself with a person who is in a job or who is in a government job, you always have that feeling in your mind that why it so happened, uh, that I do not have stability. One month I receive a good amount of money, other month I struggle to pay my debts. So, okay. So these are the questions actually I want to answer. And as I told you, this is 90 minutes seminar, but if you read that book, I tried answering all the questions, and that book has 21 activities, and purpose of those activities to shake your mind and replace your limiting beliefs with the better belief in terms of money or growth in your business. Do you want to earn more money than you ever imagined? Now, this is a very important question. If somebody says, I want to earn 2 lakh rupees a month, somebody says, I want to earn a 5 lakh rupees a month. Now, from where this 2 lakh or 5 lakh rupees come? The figure of this 5 lakh comes. I want to have my turnover of rupees to 25 crores. From where this figure of 25 crore comes? So I'm talking about, do you want to earn this much of money, which is more than you ever imagined in your life? Of course, because everything that comes, it comes from your mind actually. So we'll be speaking how to make it big, whether it's turnover of your business, whether the size of your business in terms of number of clients you have, whether in terms of the profit or margins you have after meeting all the expenses, whether it is in terms of maximizing your returns on whatever you invest, wherever you invest, or whether it is in terms of the wealth you create for you and your life. So how to make it big. And I tell you, the most important thing here comes. If I look at, I'm also a practicing chartered accountant. I keep noticing people, and I keep analyzing the behavior and the state of mind of various people. I have seen. I'll give a few examples, and when I analyze this, I find the most important thing in expanding your business, multiplying your business, creating more wealth is nothing but your thought process in your mind. So I've seen people who had no family background of business, their parents or their forefathers, actually, they remained in jobs. They never did any business. Now, somebody starts doing business from scratch. They did not have ample amount of capital, but within a short span of time, they grew like anything. This is case number one. कोई फैमिली बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, कोई पैसा भी नहीं है, कोई सपोर्ट सिस्टम नहीं है, बट और कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है. So this has happened. Case number two, and I'm just speaking. I'm going to show some data also, some case study also, how business is growing, or how turnover is marginally or increasing or substantially increasing. Then comes another view that I've seen a good family with a good track record of a business, a reasonable amount of capital. So I can say that I have a business background. I have my experience through my parents. I have money to be invested. But in that case, I have seen people failing in their businesses. Case number two. Case number three, we have seen people with less qualification exceeding, doing well in their business. Recently I got a new client. And I was astonished to know he's just 42 years of age, okay? And his turnover is around 150 crores. He was not good in studies, and he is just 7th standard pass. He was thrown out of his home when he was 14. So he studied till 7th standard. He doesn't understand proper English, but he's doing 150 crores rupees of turnover every year. So we have such instances also. And we have other instances also that people with a lot of education. So I'm not trying to establish any trend that illiterate can do good business or highly literate cannot do, or somebody. It's not a trend. I'm trying to establish over here, that's your state of mind, that your mindset, that your business acumen, that your wealth acumen makes it possible. And it is nothing to do with your past track record. It is nothing to do with your qualification. It is nothing to do with your family business history. And now the most important thing is, if you're able to recognize your state of mind, if you think you are in a stage of struggling and you are not able to make it big despite of all your efforts, then of course you need to dig deep, understand the limiting beliefs and reprogram your mind. And trust me, my dear friends, we have many such case studies where people came to us. They were struggling with their turnovers, expansion, or something that the business was not working in favor of them. And within 6 months, after changing the thought process, only, when you change the thought process, the way you work also changes. Your decision making also changes. You start focusing more on certain activities which help you growing faster in your business. So you need to be passionate about it. Like many of us like cricket, and we are so passionate about cricket. Like if a match of India is going on, and these days IPL is going on, if your favorite team is playing match today, I've seen people checking the score 50 times in those 3 hours. What is that? This is a passion. So if you are passionate about growing your business, and if I'm not compromising with the mediocrity, okay, yaar, dal roti nikal rahi, itna turnover ho raha hai, bahut hai, isse zyada nahi hota mujhse. This is a giving up approach. I'm not talking about burning your life. I'm not asking you to be a workaholic. I'm not asking you to compromise on your family front or health front. People just by working 6 hours, they can mint a lot of money. So you need to be passionate towards that growth. And that comes when you have clear clarity in your mind in terms of what you want to achieve. And वो जो purpose है आपका अपने बिजनेस को नेक्स्ट लेवल पर ले जाने का, वो लग्जरीज बिल्ड करने का, एक वो सेविंग्स क्रिएट करने का, वो नंबर ऑफ क्लाइंट्स बिल्ड करने का, तो क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए. और इसीलिए मैं मार्टिन लूथर किंग, इट इज वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट कोट्स, if a man has not discovered something that he'll die for, he's not fit to live. And I'm connecting this to the passion to grow in terms of business, in terms of money. Now I ask you to Very simple exercise you might have done many times earlier in other seminars as well, but that is extremely important. And that's why I ask you to sit with pen and paper. If I ask you a question, you're not required to do anything right now. If I ask you a question, you have a page like this size of a notebook, and this size of page with you. And if I ask you within a minute's time, how many circle you can draw on that small paper, just think of a figure. When I ask this question in a seminar, somebody says 10, somebody says 20, somebody says 50, somebody says 100, somebody says even 200. So I ask them to freeze that figure. So somebody says, okay, 50, I can draw 50. Okay, your time starts now. Now you start drawing those circles. And most of them, when they start drawing the circle, within a minute's time, they draw 100, 120, even more than that. And most of them exceed the figure they had written. So what does that mean? मैंने कहा कि 1 मिनट में आप कितने सर्कल उस पेज पे बना सकते हो, तो आपने कहा 20, 30, 40. ये फिगर आपकी दिमाग में कहां से आई? Why did your mind say 20? Why did your mind say 40? What was the reason? Why one person said 100? The same thing happens, because I tell you, my dear friends, if your mind thinks 40, your efforts, your working, your behavior would be restricted, your strategy would be restricted towards 40 only. Hardly you will reach to 100 or 100 plus. So that's why thinking is extremely important. Now, based on my experiences, I worked out on few cases, few case studies. This is the turnover data of a coaching institute which is doing mass level of coaching in India. In 2012, they had 25,000 students across. They have plenty of centers across India, so they had 25,000 classroom students, and the turnover was around 175 crores. And by 2018 and 19, the gross receipts went up to 1,200 crores with a student number of 2 lakhs. And recently I was talking to the CEO of that company, because recently they have got a very big funding from an American company for expansion. And by 2030, they are aiming a figure of 2 crore students, which are directly connected with them, and they are taking the services of this institute. This is a case number 1. Let us come to case number 2. Another mass level coaching institute, which was used to be pioneer in the field before emergence of the institute of given in case 1. In 2011, they had a student strength of 15 to 18,000, which went down to a lowest level of 2,000 in next 6 years. And just before COVID, because COVID started in March 20, but in 19 and 20, they had to shut down their operations. Whereas in the same market, this institute was the pioneer. In the same market, the institute which emerged later on grew like anything. So there could be many attributes contributing to such growth. There's no doubt about that. Case 3, one of my clients, and you can see they are in export business from 2001 and 2, 100% export oriented unit. 2014, they had their turnover of 35 crores. Surprisingly, next year, it went down by almost 30% to 25 crores. And then again, 16, 17, they covered the losses. Losses means the turnover. And then 19, 20, again 38 crores. Now the question comes, there's no increase in the turnover. This 38 crore, 4 crores turnover, you can't count it as a growth. This is a normal inflation. If you think in terms of the quantity they sold, it would have been a lesser quantity than 2014 and 15, because the price of goods have increased substantially in the last 5-7 years. Why the company is not growing? Why there is no significant increase in their sales? And my dear friends, we all are chartered accountants. We help our clients increasing their business. But are we really serious about our own affairs? एक हिंदी में कहावत होती है, दिया तले अंधेरा। तो कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है आई एम हेल्पिंग माय क्लाइंट्स ग्रोइंग, आई एम हेल्पिंग देम एनालाइजिंग देयर डेटा, their losses, their margin of profits, but am I doing it with myself? And when I went into detail, you know what was the major reason? When I spoke to, we had a board meeting. I forced the directors to convene a board meeting, and I was present there as their consultant. And उससे 2-3 दिन पहले मैंने कुछ थोड़ा डेटा एनालिसिस का वर्क किया था। तो वो कहते थे कि हर ही मार्जिनल ग्रोथ है, लेकिन जब मैंने डेटा एनालिसिस करके उनको बता दिया, सर ये ग्रोथ नहीं है बल्कि आपका डाउनफॉल है, रुपए में ग्रोथ दिख रही है बट एक्चुअल में तो आपने जो गुड्स बेचा है दैट वाज लेसर देन द अर्लियर ईयर्स। एंड यू नो व्हाट दे सेड, सर we are selling in this European country or this part of the world and there is a recession and this is the highest amount we can sell. The second point that came to their mind, which they shared in the meeting, sir, our production capacity is a major bottleneck. So even if we receive the order, we are not able to execute at the time. So we're not able to get further orders till that particular order is executed. You will not believe, because I had done data analysis and I went to them and I proved them wrong at both the points. Number one, the capacity of their machinery was being utilized to the extent of 60-65%, and they agreed later on, yes, we thought because the process and systems were not there or whatever other reasons could be there. The second, they realized later on the demand is not a problem because our competitor is doing twice or thrice sales than us. So major mindset, maybe in last 10 years, their mind was confined that our company is operating between 30 to 40 crores and which is the saturation point of our company. And you not believe, in last 21-22, the year just ended, despite severe COVID situation in entire Europe, in financial crisis, they ended up with a turnover of 85 crores. The major jump came in 2021. They reached to 54 crores, and next year, the last year, 21-22, they ended up with 92 crores. Now, how does that happen? They did not expand their machine capacity. They are still selling to the same clients. They are still operating with the same set of people, with the same almost similar processes. The only thing they changed their mindset. Only thing they changed is they changed their aspiration. Only thing they did is they came out of their blocked mindset, which they thought that this is the highest limit of our company. Many times they said it. Let's go to other situation. Purpose of sharing these cases, my dear friends, is just to make you understand that behind this, the major attribute is the thinking of the owner, thinking of promoters. Similarly, a company which is running a flour mill, and within a period of 5 years, the turnover of that company grew to 500 crores from 50 crores. And for next 5 years, they are contemplating a turnover of 1,200 crores. And seeing their present state of affairs, this is quite attainable. When they could attain 10 times growth in 5 years, and then another 5 years, they are just planning 2.4 times. Okay, so it doesn't mean the product was obsolete. It doesn't, the reason was not the product was obsolete. The reason was not that they were having scarcity of money. The reason was not that there was a scarcity of demand, but there's something which was not clicking in their minds. And that's why I'm talking about growth mindset. I have done, before writing the last book, which I was talking about, Millionaire Mind Unleashed. And while writing that book, I spoke to at least 100 entrepreneurs, and a few of them were chartered accountants also. Not only from India, I spoke to at least 8 or 10 people who are big entrepreneurs, sizable entrepreneurs in Dubai, in London, in Nepal. And out of those 100 plus people I conversed with, I published success stories of 7 people, 7 entrepreneurs in my book. And if you read those interviews, you will come to know that they were having a different mindset in terms of growth. They never wanted to compromise on a small thing. So I was talking to one of them out of those 100 people whose story was later published in my book. This guy was working for 2,000 rupees as a in 94 or 95 in Delhi near ISBT, the international interstate bus terminal, and he was working with a construction company and just used to work as a clerk and used to get 2,000 bucks in 94 95. And he's from Nepal, and his qualification is just past 11th, and now he returned back to his country. Well, the first thing he did is he bought a bicycle, and he admits and he says that one of the most happiest moment of his life to buy that bicycle. When he was in the early childhood days, they used to starve. They did not even have two times meal properly. And today he's 48, and he is his turnover is almost 500 crores, and he's into multiple businesses, 6 or 7 business across Nepal. And he's a very renowned personality. Was published in best of the magazines and newspapers of the country. Now, how does that happen? When I interacted with 100 plus people during this journey of research and writing that book, what makes the difference? The only thing is that growth is in your mind. और मैं बार बार वही बात बोलता हूँ कि जब आप अपना, एक तो होता है प्रॉपर बजटिंग करना, प्रॉपर ग्रोथ प्लान पेपर के ऊपर बनाना, और एक अंदाजे से सोचना है नेक्स्ट ईयर आई एम गोइंग टू अर्न दिस मच, फ्रॉम वेयर दैट फिगर कम्स. So friends, the purpose of today's seminar, because our institute is aiming or is enabling Indian CA firms to help them becoming big. And how they will become big? देखिए, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग बाद में होगी, आपका निश एरिया बाद में होगा. पहले मेरी एस्पिरेशन तो हो, पहले मेरी सोच तो हो कि मुझे एक बड़ी फर्म बनना है. आई विश आई कुड हायर 50 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स एंड दे आर वर्किंग इन माय फर्म. I feel excited when I see such chartered accountants from other than Big Four, that over 50 or 100 CAs are working in my firm. I feel really happy about it. So this is about mindset. It is not going to happen, my dear friends, if it is not in your mind. Before making a blueprint of building, that blueprint is first created in that architect's or designer's mind. So if you're not aspiring to become big, the planning will not be there, strategy will not be there, capacity building will not be there, the mobilizing of resource will not be there, and definitely results will not be there. ये किस्मत से कभी ठीक है कोई एक दो बड़े क्लाइंट मिल गए, लेकिन आप वो फर्म तो नहीं बना सकते कि आज मेरे फर्म में 2 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स काम कर रहे हैं और 5 साल बाद आई सी माय फर्म की हैविंग इट्स ऑफिसेज इन दुबई एंड अदर कंट्रीज, एंड आई कैन सी my firm is working in 10 different cities with 50 chartered accountants at one time. So definitely it's a mindset, and you need to understand mindset, whether it's a satisfactory mindset, whether it's a mindset of staying in the comfort zone, whether it's a mindset, no, I'm not capable of doing this much, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm not expert at this area, so I can't do this. This is also a mindset. We need to understand life is like a treadmill. And in past 10 years, we have seen that how central government is behind our profession to break the monopoly of ICAI or chartered accountants. We have seen how emerging technology have badly hit chartered accountants. So, every day, every month, every year, there is change, not only in laws, but in technology, the way we file returns, the way we deal with everything. So we need to upgrade, we need to upscale, we need to upskill in all terms, with due regards to all the professionals. But there is a question to all of you. When I started my practicing career as a chartered accountant in my town, I come from a town population is 15 lakhs. So I wouldn't say it's a very big town like a metro. It's a mid-sized city, mid-sized town with a population of 15 lakhs. 25 years back, when I started my practice, I saw that 60 or 70% professional work was being done or was captured by non-chartered accountants. They were not CAs, they were tax practitioners, they were advocates. And my partner, who's from Delhi, because we have our office in Delhi as well, always used to say that those who are not upgrading themselves, seeing the future, those who are not able to change according to the changing times, or those who are not able to embrace the technology, they are going to lose. And if I do not have any authentic data, but based on general perception, what we see, what we hear, what we notice, what we observe, I would say it is upside down. Today, in my town, 70% of the professional work is being possessed by chartered accountant fellows and only 30% by other non-CA professionals. Why did that happen? You need to understand that. और उसमें भी आप देखिए कि नंबर ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स पिछले 10 सालों में, 15-20 सालों में कितने बड़े हैं प्रैक्टिस में. सो व्हाई इट हैपेंड. और ये केवल नॉन सीएस के साथ नहीं हो रहा है, ये सीएस के साथ भी हो रहा है. मेरे पास ऐसी केस स्टडीज है फ्रेंड्स. जब मैंने प्रैक्टिस शुरू किया तब कुछ 2-3 फर्म्स बहुत बड़े हुआ करती थी, बहुत टॉप पे हुआ करती थी, उनका नाम होता था. उसमें से कुछ अभी भी है, कुछ थोड़ा नीचे आई है और कुछ तो बहुत नीचे आ गई. सो मैं कहता हूं कि व्हेन यू रन ऑन अ ट्रेडमिल, यू कांट स्टॉप run, you can't afford to run slower than the speed of treadmill. You can't stop yourself. If you do that, you'll fall. The same thing happened. You have to run as fast as the world is running, as economy is running, as technology is running, as changes are happening. If you do not do that, others are going to surpass you. Even if you are a chartered accountant, you need to change with the times. You need to keep yourself updated in every time. In every aspect, you need to understand that. So otherwise, we can also be victims of such circumstances. So this is one of the major areas of contribution in your growth. हम में से कितने लोग, फिर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है, 31 मार्च खत्म हुआ, अप्रैल में हम एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं कि पिछली बार मेरा टोटल कलेक्शन कितना रहा, टोटल रेवेन्यू कितना रहा एज ए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, या इफ आई एम वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल, मेरा टेक होम कितना रहा, मेरा दूसरे इन्वेस्टमेंट के सोर्सेस से इनकम कितना रहा, what was my wealth as on 1st for 2021 and what was my net wealth after 1 year, and do I make budget for upcoming year? Like last year from income tax return segment I earned this much, from audit segment, audit and assurance I gained this much, from GST operations I earned this much, and what are my plans, how I can grow. और जब हमें ग्रोथ का बताया जाता है तो हम क्या कहते हैं, ग्रोथ कैसे आ सकती है? एक नंबर, गिविंग मोर सर्विस टू सेम क्लाइंट्स. यू नो, एक क्लाइंट है जिसको मैं सिर्फ ऑडिट करता हूं लेकिन मैं उसको उसका जीएसटी और इनकम टैक्स का भी काम करता हूं. दिस इज वन वे ऑफ इंक्रीजिंग. चार्जिंग मोर फ्रॉम द एग्जिस्टिंग क्लाइंट. अभी चार्जिंग मोर, मैं बहुत सारे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट दोस्तों को जानता हूं जो ईयरली अपनी फीस को इंक्रीज नहीं करते हैं, और 5 साल बाद अगर आप क्लाइंट के पास बैठ करके उससे फीस इंक्रीज करने को अगर आप बोलोगे तो वो ज्यादा इंक्रीज नहीं करेगा. So every year, if you could increase 5 or 10%, in next 5 years, the total increase would be 55% compounding effect के साथ. लेकिन हम करते नहीं हैं, और हमारे अंदर एक ऐसा fear रहता है कि what if my client leaves me? I have learned from few mentors of mine how strategically they note down last year's affairs, कि उसने last year में क्या क्या काम किया, कितना वॉल्यूम बढ़ा, कहाँ कहाँ उसको प्रॉब्लम आई, कितनी फीस दे रहे हैं. And they present, they sit, they fix up a meeting and they talk to the client. Sir, आपका टर्नओवर बढ़ रहा है, आपकी ड्राइंग्स बढ़ रही है, आपके एम्प्लॉइज की सैलरी बढ़ रही है. I'm also one of the stakeholders of your business. I'm also one of the service provider of the business. Why not my remuneration or my fees should be increased? ये क्यों नहीं होता? Because I do not sell upward goals. तो आज मैं I do this exercise with my partners every April. segment wise, client wise analysis, and sometime we take a decision, why this client is eating up so much of my time, is not paying, not only paying right amount, but also not paying in time. Okay, so I request all the fellow professionals, please analyze your past results, make a budget for next year, and make sure it is an upward growth, not only in terms of receipts, but also in terms of number of clients, in terms of higher billing to the same client, in terms of expanded services to the same client. If you keep a track of it, definitely will be working. यार ये क्लाइंट मेरे को सिर्फ 15,000 देता है, एक छोटी सी ऑडिट कराता है, बट इसमें तो मेरे को ये MCA का 2 एनुअल रिटर्न भी भरना पड़ता है, मुझे इसका ये भी करना पड़ता है, तो मुझे तो अब इसको 15 की जगह मुझे 25 चाहिए. और आप, मुझे भी पहले से डर लगता था, बट माय मेंटर्स ग्रूम्ड मी इन सच अ वे कि जब मैं उससे 15 से 25 या 15 से 30 करवाने जाता हूँ, या 50,000 से 1 लाख करवाने जाता हूँ, मैं पूरी प्रिपरेशन करके जाता हूँ. When I go with the complete preparation and sit with them and establish a rapport with them, but at the same time I make sure, because whenever you talk about the raise, your client is going to point out at your deficiency flow in your services, so you have to make sure that that client doesn't negate your proposal using this tactic. But आप जब तक नहीं करोगे, ये नहीं होगा दोस्तों. स्ट्रैटेजी बनानी पड़ेगी, बजट बनाना पड़ेगा, आपको टारगेट फिक्स करने पड़ेंगे कि मुझे मंथली इतना ड्रॉ करना ही करना है, क्योंकि आपको अपने स्टाफ के मेंबर्स को भी रेज करना है. सो वी नीड टू डू दैट. एंड आई टेल यू माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, वी नीड टू रिव्यू आवर परफॉर्मेंस. और ये जो परफॉर्मेंस को हम जब रिव्यू करने की बात कर रहे हैं, आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा, कुछ सवाल हैं जो आपको अपने आप से करने हैं, किसी और से नहीं करना. अपने दिल से पूछिए, are you satisfied with your business growth? Look at last 5 years. And yesterday also I told you, last 2 years, 2021, 21, 22, despite COVID, despite lockdown, I had best of the business, best of the growth in my profession in last 25 years. The best growth came in last 2 years. And there was strategy, there was planning, there was mindset, of course. When I wrote that book, तो उससे मेरा खुद का mindset badla. When I met 100 plus people, how they grew in their business, what was their mindset, how the mindset helped them growing in their business. Tomala, have you identified areas of improvement in your profession, business, and office? What are the core strengths or USP of your organization? Why should I come to you? Why you're different from others? Why I should pay higher fees to you when the same work is being done by other CA at a lesser fee? Are you ready to face the future challenges? Indian Institute of Accounting is emerging. There would be more regulations by the government on CAs. There would be no monopoly in years to come. We'll be paid only by if we are able to add value to people, not just by signing or attesting a balance sheet. And what is, I'm sitting at 2022, where and how do I see myself, my firm, my income, my profits, my people by March 27? Do you have clarity about it? So we need to ask these questions to ourselves. And at the same time, I give you 30 seconds to think about. I'll keep speaking, but at the same time, if you have pen and paper in your hand, I request you to jot down at least 2 or 3 major business or professional achievements till date. If you're a working professional working for corporates, write a few. If you're practicing professional, write a few. If you are doing your business, not practice, no job, but you are doing practice, doing other business, write at least couple of business achievement, which you count as an achievement in since you started until today. So why I'm asking you? Because some of us do not find any major business achievement to be written, to write. After writing, some of you will realize, okay, I'm writing it as an achievement, but is it an achievement in true sense? Or if it is really an achievement in true sense, if you write it on a piece of paper, then you will realize, oh, my last achievement was in 2012, 10 years ago, and what the hell I was doing for last 10 years. So that triggers your mind to take a big step in your life. And why I asked about the achievement? Why do we need achievement in our professional life? That achievement could be anything. You got an award, you got a good client, you expanded your office, you got a recognition from somebody, your profits and your turnover increase. Few good people join your organization. People talk good about your firm, you as a chartered accountant. You became leader of a social organization or something like that. So why achievements are necessary? Because when I achieve something, I get self-motivated, I get inspired, and I take bigger step. I hunt for bigger achievements. And at this last stage of my career, say I'm 70, 75, and I think, what did I do in last 50 years of my professional life? What are my achievements? And if you don't have one, you'll say, did I really did well in my life? Did I really do well in my life? Did I really make it count? Did I really do justice with my potential and my life? Am I going to be role model, or am I going to be quoted somewhere in terms of my professional contribution or my quality of work? And that gives me satisfaction, that inspires me to take, of course, bigger steps in my life. So there are few ideas which you can use. My dear friends, I'm not discussing any rocket science. I'm not claiming whatever I'm telling is not known to you. You all are intelligent, intellectual people. You know better than me, more than me. But how many times, by keeping everything aside, we think, we plan, we strategize about our growth? How many times in a year, in a month? So what we need to do, if you want to think about it, if you want to grow, you have to come out of routine occupancies gradually. Okay, you cannot do it suddenly. You have to plan everything. But I do not get involved in day-to-day operations in my office. I made my people competent enough. आप जानते हैं, मेरे ऑफिस में अगर सबसे कोई फ्री इंसान होगा तो मैं होऊंगा, बिकॉज मेरा काम एग्जीक्यूशन नहीं है, मेरा काम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ग्रो करना है, मेरा काम लोगों को एम्पावर करना है, मेरा काम ये इंश्योर करना है कि सब कुछ चीजें बराबर चलती रहे. आई एम द ग्रोथ मैनेजर ऑफ माई फर्म. आई एम द quality assurance manager of my firm. So you have to come out of routine occupancies gradually, because you are the think tank of your company, of your profession, of your firm. So if you are occupied in day-to-day operations, you will not get time to grow. You will not have no time to think about your strategies. And think out of box. कुछ ऐसी स्ट्रेटेजी के बारे में, कुछ ऐसी चीजों के बारे में आप सोचिए जो आप रूटीन में नहीं सोच सकते. शुरू में आपको अजीब लगेगा. स्पीक टू पीपल, रीड बुक्स, लिसन टू यूट्यूब वीडियोस, interview or interact with people who grew faster than your expectations in their lives. तो आपको भी बहुत सारे आइडियाज आएंगे. ओके, आई कैन डू दिस, आई कैन डू दैट, आई कैन डू बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन, आई कैन डू फॉरवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन इन माय लाइफ, आई कैन कनेक्ट विद पीपल. सो ये जब थिंक आउट ऑफ बॉक्स होता है ना, उसके बाद बड़े एडवांटेजेस मिलते हैं. आई एम सिटिंग इन अ मिडिल क्लास टाउन, बट because of my networking, because of my connect with people, because of my that think out of box style, I keep on getting references from different places. Last year somebody approached me from United States that they want to register a company in India, and I don't know how they approached me. Why didn't they go to Mumbai or Delhi? Why did they approach me? I don't know, but they approached me. I did best of these. I rendered best of the services to them, and they are still continuing with me, because if you are if you are serving to a person from United States who's running a company in India, how it's not easy to match their expectations, because the way they work, their standards are very different from us. And same happened yesterday only. I got a call from Dubai, one of the chartered accountants who started a company in India, and then he wanted to open another subsidiary in Dubai. So why it's happening? Because I categorically thought about it, that I'm sitting at a small town, but I'm not confining myself to the geographical limits of this city. मैं कहीं भी बैठूं, लेकिन I wish to serve clients all across. So I have my clients in Kolkata, I have my clients in Delhi, I have my clients in different states, I have my clients in Gujarat, I have my clients in Pune, all across, despite sitting here. Of course, my connection, but केवल connections तो काम नहीं चलता. You have to have intent to do that. So third thing, you have to think big. Then you have to think different. अगर आपके शहर के 50 सीए जो सोच रहे हैं, आप भी उसी डायरेक्शन में सोच रहे हो, तो आपको भी वही मिलेगा जो उनको मिल रहा है. कहते हैं एक बहुत पॉपुलर कोट है, डूइंग द सेम थिंग व्हिच यू हैव बीन डूइंग, डूइंग द सेम थिंग व्हिच अदर्स हैव बीन डूइंग एंड एक्सपेक्टिंग डिफरेंट रिजल्ट्स इज नथिंग बट इंसैनिटी. वही करते रहना जो आप करते आए हैं, वही करते रहना जो बाकी लोग कर रहे हैं, और अलग रिजल्ट्स की एक्सपेक्टेशन रखना, ये पागलपन है दोस्त. सो यू हैव टू थिंक डिफरेंटली, यू हैव टू मेक डिफरेंट स्ट्रेटजीज. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, वी आर इन द चेंज्ड टाइम्स नाउ. इट्स अ चेंज सिनेरियो फॉर वी फाइनेंस प्रोफेशनल्स. व्हाई? बिकॉज 10 साल पहले तक जो एक जनरल परसेप्शन था कि चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी को, अकाउंट्स और टेस्टिंग फंक्शन को लोग लास्ट प्रायोरिटी या मजबूरी मानते थे. अब जो ये यंग जनरेशन आ रही है, अब जो ये फाइनेंस को एक कोर एरिया मानते हैं और वो उसको उतनी ही प्रोमिनेंस देने लगे हैं. देयर कुड बी एक्सेप्शंस ऑफ कोर्स, जो बाकी चीजों को देखते हैं. सो दे वांट टू हायर अ गुड प्रोफेशनल, दे वांट टू पे अ गुड अमाउंट to their professional, but of course they want results, they want focus, they want good advice, they want good systems and processes, they want good audits, they want a lot of value additions in their company, they help you, they want help, they want a help from you so that they can grow their company, and they know. और कहीं भी मैं बता दूं दोस्तों, हमारे प्रोफेशन में कई लोगों ने गलत काम किया होगा, लेकिन आज भी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट की जो वैल्यू है, जो रेस्पेक्ट है, वो इंटैक्ट है. उसमें से हो सकता है 20-30% लोगों का कंट्रीब्यूशन ज्यादा हो और 20-30% लोगों ने कुछ नेगेटिव काम किया हो, लेकिन फिर भी प्रोफेशन है, लोगों को ट्रस्ट है आज भी कि माय सीए कैन हेल्प मी ग्रोइंग माय बिजनेस. सो फिर जब हम बड़ा सोच रहे हैं, डिफरेंट सोच रहे हैं, आउट ऑफ बॉक्स सोच रहे हैं, तो आपको अगला क्या करना है, दैट यू नीड टू प्लान योर रिसोर्सेज. अभी यहाँ एक प्रॉब्लम होती है. मैंने आपको अभी कहा कि मेरा सबसे ज्यादा ग्रोथ याद है पिछले 2 सालों में आया. ऐसा क्यों हुआ? क्योंकि उससे ठीक पहले, कोविड से ठीक पहले, मैंने कहा लेट अस प्लान इन इन्वेंटरी फॉर रिसोर्सेज. पहले मेरा काम बढ़ेगा तो मैं लोग हायर करूं, या पहले मैं लोग हायर करूं और बाद में काम बढ़ाऊं? तो सेकंड स्टेप ज्यादा है, इजी है, कि मैं अपनी कैपेसिटी बिल्ड करूं, रिसोर्सेज को ट्रेन करूं, रिसोर्सेज बढ़ाऊं, देन आई विल बी एबल टू सर्व माय क्लाइंट्स. इफ आई डू नॉट हैव रिसोर्सेज एंड आई रिसीविंग द क्लाइंट, आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू डिलीवर देम. सो मैंने उनको ट्रेन किया. अब उससे एक और फायदा हुआ कि जब मेरे ऊपर अचानक से पैसे प्रेशर बना, दैट by hiring 3 people, 1 company secretary, 1 chartered accountant, 1 semi-qualified, 1 expert for GST. If I hired 4-5 people at one go, which was additional burden on me in terms of monthly salary bill. So that was another pressure which was forcing me to go out for expansion. So you have to plan your inventory of your resources in such a way that you can deliver hassle-free services to your client, that you can justify a higher amount of fee, that you can ensure a good quality of service to your clients. And you must, every quarter, I tell you my dear friends, every quarter you must review. दुनिया का तो आप लिमिटेड रिव्यू करते हो, इंटरनल ऑडिट करते हो, लेकिन हमारा भी हम करें. और जब भी हम कोई काम करें तो हमारे पास 1-2 ऑल्टरनेटिव हम साथ में रख कर चलेंगे. दिस डजंट वर्क, दिस शुड बी द माय स्ट्रेटजी, बट आई मस्ट enhance my billing, I must expand. Let me tell you, before 2016 I was not working, I was not doing indirect taxes work. पर जब 2016 में मेरे सीनियर पार्टनर ने मुझे बोला कि देखो जीएसटी आ रहा है, you should equip yourself, and when you equip yourself, तो ये आपको एक बड़ा अच्छा रेवेन्यू सोर्स बना करके देगा. So I was not ready for that, but yes, I took 3-4 months to get ready for that. I expanded my resources. I hired a chartered accountant. I created an ecosystem, and it really paid huge dividends to me. मेरे जितने existing client उसमें से 50% को मैंने convert कर लिया मेरे फेवर में. So एक बहुत interesting चीज है जो आपको बीच बीच में करनी चाहिए, जो रिव्यूज आर एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट. अब देखिए दोस्तों, ब्रांडिंग की बात आती है, दैट ब्रांडिंग इज एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट. वी आर नॉट अलाउड Of course, to advertise, to promote, to solicit, of course, because of ethical code of conduct. But what do you mean by branding as a chartered accountant? You know, who's your brand ambassador? Your existing clients are your brand ambassador. I'll give you a few examples. Yesterday also, when I was talking of the relationship and networking, I told you that I'm very active socially. So I'm part of Rotary Club or JCI or other communities, socially very active. And मैंने कभी भी लोगों को ये नहीं बोला कि आप मैं सीए हूं, मैं अच्छा काम करता हूं, मुझे काम दीजिए, नहीं, वो अलाउ भी नहीं है, और आप ऐसे मांगोगे तो काम मिलेगा भी नहीं. What is 360-degree image? आप कितने ट्रस्टवर्दी हो, आप कितने वेल ग्रूम्ड हो, आपका बातचीत करने का तरीका कैसा है, योर मीन्स योर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, आप व्हाट इज योर क्रेडिबिलिटी, okay, how people judge you based on your conduct in the society. So this is one thing. So your 360-degree image. And number two, your existing clients are your brand ambassadors. Do you think, have you ever tried understanding that कौन सा client आपके बारे में क्या बात करता है? And yesterday I told this fact that 70% of my clientele got developed because of my social connections. I did not approach them. They approached me. Somehow they got impressed with my conduct. Maybe any testimonial given by my client to other client. So that is extremely important. That is the only branding issue. Even if a client which pays a meager amount, say 2,000 rupees to you, should not speak negative about you. It is good to say goodbye to small clients rather than having listened bad words from them in the public. Okay, so branding is extremely important, and you can do through your conduct, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak to them, the way you appear in social functions, the way you take responsibility and in any social organization, the way you fulfill them, the way you do your networking, that helps you create that branding. So now, अभी तक जितना मैंने कहा वो थोड़ा मैनेजरियल एस्पेक्ट ज्यादा था. अब totally for next say half an hour I'll be speaking more on the thinking part, more on the belief part, more on the attitudinal part. And why I say money is a matter of belief, money, wealth creation is an internal matter. और मैं एक चीज फिर से आपसे पूछता हूं. I have seen people, two entrepreneurs, selling the same product, same brand in one market, one locality. Behavior is equally good, but still the growth is different. One is growing faster than other. उसकी thinking, उसका attitude बहुत मैटर करता है. अब हम जब पैसे के बारे में सोचते हैं, मुझे ग्रोथ क्यों चाहिए? सेटिस्फैक्शन के लिए, रिकॉग्निशन के लिए, और सबसे बड़ा रीजन, आई नीड मोर मनी. व्हाई आई नीड मोर मनी? फॉर माय फ्यूचर सिक्योरिटी, टू बिल्ड अ बिगर हाउस, टू बाय अ गुड luxury car, to go for a vacation, to help my kids getting better education. These are the purposes where we actually aspire to grow. So do you imagine of buying a luxury car, living in a bungalow of your dreams, moving around the world, vacations, staying in the best of the hotels during your vacations, doing expensive shopping worldwide? ये तो इंसान की ख्वाहिश क्यों है? पैसे की ख्वाहिश क्यों है? Organizing extravagant wedding events for your kids, buying more properties to secure your future, investing in stock market, buying lots of jewelry for your wife. यही चाहिए ना पैसा. और हाँ, थोड़ा अगर हम फिलैंथ्रोपी की बात करें तो ये हो सकता है कि बहुत सारे लोग हैं कि मेरे पास जब बहुत पैसा होगा तो मैं सोशल सर्विस करूंगा, गरीब लोगों को मदद करूंगा, कुछ रिहेबिलिटेशन सेंटर खोलूंगा. दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द रीजंस, वन ऑफ द पर्पस आई वांट टू अर्न मनी. Now, when I just think and dream about it, it is nothing but a fantasy, and it remains fantasy. But if you associate a purpose with it, if you associate conviction and passion with it, if you associate obsession with it, it gets converted from fantasy to a purpose or a reality. अब मैंने अपना गोल बनाया आज से 5 साल पहले that I want to earn 25 lakh rupees a month. Okay, fine, that's okay. अभी 25 लाख का फिगर क्यों आया? 20 क्यों नहीं? 50 क्यों नहीं? 5 लाख क्यों नहीं? Then I was being mentored by somebody. I was in London for some time taking my NLP master course at that time, and my mentor asked me, why do you want to earn 25 lakh rupees? Okay, assume for a moment that every month you are getting 25 lakh rupees in your bank account. What will be you doing with that 25 lakhs? And trust me, my dear friends, I had no answer. Because मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं कि वो 25 लाख हर महीना आएगा तो मैं करूंगा क्या उसका. और जब मैंने बैठ करके सोचा कि हाँ, what is my monthly expenses right now? If I lead a luxurious life, what would be my monthly expenses? What would be the income tax I'll be paying for this 25 lakhs? What would be the assets I'll be building? How much EMI I'll be paying? How much I'll be investing in SIPs? How much I'll be investing in my foreign trips or vacations or domestic vacations? How much I'll be saving for my future kids of my future? जब मैंने उसको किया तो बहुत सोचा मैंने, मुझे 2 घंटे लगे उस चीज में कि मैं मान लीजिए मैंने मान लिया कि मेरे पास 25 लाख रुपए अभी है, या मेरे 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 प्रोफेशन मेरी फर्म की ग्रॉस रिसीट 1 करोड़ रुपीस है या 5 करोड़ रुपीस है या 10 करोड़ रुपीस है, तो मैं उसका करूंगा क्या? समझ लीजिए, सारे जो आपकी थिंकिंग है वो सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में होती है और वही आपके बिहेवियर को, कंडक्ट को गवर्न करता है. अगर आपके सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में है कि मैं कितनी भी मेहनत कर लूं मैं पैसा नहीं बना पाऊंगा, अगर ये थॉट, ये बिलीफ आपके दिमाग में बैठ गया है, योर माइंड विल नेवर लेट यू वर्क हार्ड, दैट्स फॉर श्योर. नाउ इफ you plant an idea in your mind that I'm earning 25 lakhs rupees a month in next 6 months from now, your mind will not get triggered. You have to install a purpose. I want to earn 25 lakh rupees a month because I need a bigger office, because I need to invest for my future security this much, because I want to save for education and wedding of my kids, because I want to shift in a bigger flat or bigger bungalow. So you have to feed your mind with the purpose, why you want to earn, why you want to expand, why you want to grow. I'm sitting in my office right now, and on my tabletop, my 30 goals are written. Half of them must be wealth-related goals. With every goal in the next column, what is written? The purpose. Why do I want to do this? I want a bigger office. Right now, my office space is 800 square feet, and I aspire to have it by 2000 square feet. कि मेरे पास 2000 square feet का ऑफिस हो. तो मुझे 2000 square feet का क्यों चाहिए भाई? Your mind will not accept it. So you need to convert this fantasy into the purpose. And at the same time, अब मैं जितने लोग यहाँ इस सेमिनार को अटेंड कर रहे हैं, मेरा उनसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, और ये क्वेश्चन आप अभी आंसर करें ना करें, आज रात को, इफ यू रियली ऑनेस्ट विद योरसेल्फ, if this seminar really means is important to you, if really you want to achieve certain goals which I discussed during this seminar, I request all of you to answer these questions. So आप spend some 15-20 minutes in isolation with a pen and paper. So I request you to take a screenshot of these questions. Very simple question. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई ऐसा मैं कहीं कोई साइंस से क्वेश्चंस निकाल के लाऊं, but you need to sit alone and ask your mind, yourself, what exactly you want. The first question is, how clearly you know what you want? Okay. You know, when I ask people, I want to earn a lot of money. Now, a lot of money is not quantifiable. I want to be very happy. Very happy. Aren't you happy? I want to give happiness. I want to make my parents feel proud. Now, this is not clear. And that's why you have to be very, very clear of what you want. I want 3 BHK flat and this locality of Mumbai, which is equipped with this kind of facility. I'm living in a very good house, but in next 2 to 3 years, I aspire to go in a bigger bungalow. And it is written clearly with me कि उस बंगलो में क्या क्या होगा. और जब मैं कहीं ट्रैवल करता हूँ, किसी से मिलता हूँ, कोई नया फीचर मुझे पता चलता है, तो मैं लिख लूंगा कि आई वांट टू हैव दिस इन माय बंगलो. और अगर आप आज मुझसे पूछो तो मैं आपको उस बंगलो की एक एक चीज इतने अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर सकता हूं कि आपके दिमाग में एक पिक्चर बन जाएगा. एंड द पिक्चर ऑफ दैट बंगलो इज वेरी क्लियर टू मी. सो आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द बंगलो, बट दिस क्लैरिटी इज रिक्वायर्ड टू बी ब्रॉट इन एवरी एस्पेक्ट ऑफ व्हाट यू वांट टू अचीव इन योर लाइफ. सो ये क्वेश्चन आपको अपने आप से पूछना, हाउ क्लियरली यू नो व्हाट यू वांट, हाउ वेल यू कैन डिफाइन योर गोल्स, डू यू हैव एन एक्शन प्लान टू अचीव योर गोल्स. लिख लिया मुझे ये करना है, लेकिन आपके पास कोई स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है, कोई फ्रेमवर्क नहीं है, कोई एक्शन प्लान नहीं है. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, इट इज नॉट अ गोल, इट इज अ विश. इट इज अ विश. इफ यस, how specific is your action plan? I told you about the Bangalore. I told I want to buy a Mercedes car, I want to buy a luxury car, I want to buy A6 Audi car, of white color Audi car, A6 model. Now this is specific. Why I'm talking about this specific? If you देखो, एक बहुत सिंपल सी बात है, हमारा जो दिमाग है वो जब तक किसी चीज को एक्सेप्ट नहीं करता, जब तक वो क्लैरिटी नहीं है. इफ देयर इज अ कंफ्यूजन, माइंड स्टार्ट्स ड्राइंग इट्स ओन इंटरप्रिटेशन. यू नो, ऑन अ लाइटर साइड आई एम शेयरिंग अ फ्यू जोक्स व्हिच इज वेरी रेलेवेंट ओवर हियर. एक इंसान एस्ट्रोलॉजर के पास जाता है, उसने बोला कि बोल बेटा तेरी क्या ख्वाहिश है, व्हाट आर योर विशेस. सर, आई एम फैसिनेटिंग अबाउट व्हीकल्स. आई विश I see vehicles. I have so many vehicles around me. I want to see best of the cars. I want to be between best of the cars. You know, मेरे आसपास गाड़ियां ही गाड़ियां हों. So after a few years, he became a traffic police constable. He could see that. So you need to have a clarity, very, very clear. You need to communicate. If your mind will not work for it unless mind is clear. If your mind is confused, I want to earn a lot of money. I don't know what is lot of means to your mind, because you are thinking consciously in your subconscious mind. What is the meaning of a lot? You never know, because your mind is getting programmed from the day you were born. So first reaching out to your subconscious mind and understanding what is the actual programs installed there. So कितने स्पेसिफिक है समझना पड़ेगा. व्हाट इज द मिशन और पर्पस ऑफ योर लाइफ व्हिच यू वुड लाइक टू अचीव. कि हाँ 80 की एज में आपको पता चले कि हाँ मेरी जिंदगी का ये मकसद है. आपके पास आपने सोचा आई वांट टू हैव 50 crore rupees, you have 50 crore rupees. What next? I want to have a big bungalow, you have that. I want a big office, you have there. I want 100 of chartered accountants working in my office, that is there. I want to have my branches of my firm in different countries, that is there. But what is the final mission? Because these are the steps which you'll be achieving one after other. Do you have any mission of your life? So there are a few more questions, like what are you good at? It's a very, very, very vague question, but try to answer it on your own. What makes you very happy? What makes you very happy? And there are a few more questions. And that's why I'm asking, once you can please take a screenshot of this so that you can write. If you get a lot of money, maybe more than what you desire, what would you do? When my mentor asked the same question to me, I was stuck. I took a couple of hours to answer that question. What would you do if you are sure that you won't fail? अगर आपको ये पता है कि आप असफल नहीं हो सकते, ऊपर वाले का आशीर्वाद है, कहीं नहीं ये विश्वास है कि somebody has given you guarantee you will not never fail. अगर आपको ऐसा assurance हो तो आप क्या करेंगे जो भी नहीं कर रहे? What you love? Do you love what you do? Whatever you are doing, are you loving that? Do you have written goals? Do you read them daily? If you have written goals, do you read them daily? What can you do to bring out the best in you? अपने आप को अपना बेहतर वर्जन बनाने के लिए, the best of the version if you want to create of yourself, what should you do? What can you do? The right choice is reflect upon your present blessings. अब हम थोड़ा सा दूसरे डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं, और इसको आप, हो सकता है कुछ चीजें आपको फैंसी लगे, हो सकता है आपको थोड़ी चीजें थोड़ी इमेजिनरी लगे, हो सकता है आपको, बट everything is based on scientific. I have experimented in my life. I've written them in my book. I've done it with so many people through business or personal coaching, through my seminars. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. Think about your present and make a list that you are happy with these things. If you ask me, I have list, at least I can count 100 such things. I have best of the people working in my office. I have best, मेरे जो पेरेंट्स हैं, मेरी जो फैमिली मेंबर है, उससे बेहतर मुझे नहीं मिल सकते. I'm living in a city where the law and order is good. I can eat of my choice. I have no restrictions on my diet. I can eat anything which I want. I have very good and dependable friends. I have a good health. I can speak well. God has given me so many good friends. ऐसे करके आपको अपनी आज की blessings as on today, आप ऐसी कौन कौन सी चीजें हैं जिनसे आप खुश नहीं भी हो तो संतुष्ट हो कि जो आपके पास नहीं है, क्योंकि आपको उनकी इंपॉर्टेंस का एहसास उस दिन होता है जब वो चीज आपकी जिंदगी में नहीं है. You do not realize the value of good health unless you fell sick. So how to realize? Thank God. Think good about it. That yes, I love my health, I love my body, and I'm happy about it. But we forget to count it. So count your blessings. That's extremely important to feel good. And my dear friends, unless we feel good from inside, abundance cannot come. Unless we feel great from inside, growth will not come. If I feel sick, if I feel jealous, हम इसके बारे में आगे भी बात करेंगे. और यही एक कारण है, if you compare rich and poor, it's all about what you feel. बार बार मैं ही बोल रहा हूं, अंदर आप कैसा फील करते हो, सारी की सारी चीजें, आपकी जिंदगी का आउटकम केवल और केवल इस बात पर डिपेंड करता है, how do I feel inside? Am I grateful to my parents, to my clients, to this country, to ICAI, to my family, to the God, to my friends, to my country, to my society? Do I have that gratefulness, that gratitude, or do I complain? मैं एक अफसोस की बात बताऊं दोस्तों, I have seen many people. मैं CA के स्टूडेंट्स को मैंने बहुत पढ़ाया, because teaching was my passion. When we are in the process of making ourselves a chartered accountant, we are so excited. And once we finish our CMA, start doing practice, most of the people are not happy with it. And I've seen people cursing ICAI, cursing the law of the country, cursing the client, cursing the fee, cursing other fellow colleagues who are not doing right practices. So what are we doing? We are complaining. We are not expressing happiness. अरे भाई, दुनिया पहले भी ऐसी थी, आज भी ऐसी और बाद में भी ऐसी रहेगी. डिपेंड इस बात पर करता है कि मेरा एटीट्यूड और मेरी फीलिंग क्या है. कितना भी मुसीबत का दौर आ जाए, you have opportunity to be happy, still you have opportunity to grow. So मेरा एक रिक्वेस्ट है, from tomorrow or from tonight, stop complaining, my dear friends. Because if I have that complaining attitude, I create similar surroundings under me, within me, around me, similar surroundings. And if I feel happy genuinely within, I feel different surroundings. So this is the only difference, how you feel. And yesterday also we discussed this slide because that's very relevant. Yesterday we discussed it in terms of relationship, and today we are discussing it in terms of the business or growth or finances. Okay. The results I want in my life is the ultimate thing, but results, how these results will come? Through your actions, through your behavior. your actions and behavior are responsible. If you want to reduce your body weight, of course you have to take right action, otherwise अपने आप तो कम नहीं होने वाला. If you want to grow your business, if you want to save more, if you want to earn more money, you have to take right actions and to exhibit right behavior. But the most important thing is, my dear friends, this action and behavior actually comes from your mind, from your subconscious mind. And your belief, your thinking, your attitude, and your feeling. And these four attributes are governed by your subconscious mind. And that's why I say millionaire mindset. The growth is a mindset. Let me give you one prime directive of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind take everything personally. What does that mean? कि आप जो भी सोचते हैं उसको personally लेता है. ये example मैंने अपनी book में भी लिखा है. सुबह आप उठे, संडे का दिन है, अच्छा मौसम है, आप तैयार हुए, and you decided to take a ride from your bike. So you got ready, you took your bike out, and you went for a couple of kilometers ride. And then suddenly you realized on that route a beautifully constructed bungalow. It was so beautiful from outside that you had to stop your bike. You started looking at that bungalow. And when you are having a look at the bungalow, you saw that a big gate of that bungalow is getting opened. A brand new Mercedes car of latest model is coming out of that bungalow. And you see a young couple of around 23 or 24 years of age sitting inside that car, a girl and a boy. And when you saw them, a thought came to your mind. Either this bungalow belongs to their father, they are the kids of the rich father, or if this bungalow belongs to them, they might have earned the money through some illicit means. आपने क्या सोचा? या तो ये बंगलो या दौलत इनके पिताजी की है, ये उनके बच्चे हैं, या फिर अगर ये बंगला इनका है, ये मर्सिडीज इनकी है, तो ये जरूर 23-24 साल की उम्र में अगर इनके पास इतना पैसा है तो उन्होंने कुछ गलत काम करके पैसा बनाया होगा. This thought comes to your mind. You're thinking about this, but subconscious mind have a different mechanism of thinking. It takes everything personally. It draw an inference. What inference it will draw? That money can be earned only if your father is rich, he leaves a lot of money to you, or it can be earned through illegal means. So by thinking is extremely important, my dear friends. And that's why we need to check out our limiting beliefs, our wrong beliefs, which are creating obstacles and obstructions in our growth, in our wealth creation. And why I'm calling it a complete science, it has a scientific evidences behind it. A lot of things are being worked out on these concepts. Albert Einstein, the renowned physicist of the world, what he wrote, everything is energy. Your thought is energy. Your belief is energy. Whatever you're thinking right now is an energy. You're listening to me is an energy. And you need to match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way, my dear friends. If you're thinking about losses, you're getting losses. If you're thinking of you're cursing the institute, if you're cursing your client for not increasing the fees, you are getting less amount of fee. If you're cursing your client for not paying fee on time, that they will not pay you on time. If you're having the fear that you can lose your client, yes, you will lose the client. It is not philosophy. This is physics. This is science. So whatever you think, it is energy. और वो ये बोलते हैं कि जिस तरह की रियलिटी आपको चाहिए जिंदगी में in terms of money, उसको सोचना शुरू करिए, बिकॉज उसकी एक फ्रीक्वेंसी होती है, उससे एक बिलीफ क्रिएट होता है, उससे एक न्यूरोलॉजिकल पाथवे आपके दिमाग क्रिएट होगा. उसके बाद आपकी जो थिंकिंग है, आपका एक्शन है, आपका बिहेवियर है, आपकी प्लानिंग्स है, आपका एक्शन है, दैट विल बी टोटली इन कॉन्सोनेंस विद व्हाट यू थिंक. बट इफ यू थिंक फियर, दैट विल हैपन. इफ यू थिंक scarcity, that will happen. If you think jealousy, that will happen. So 3 चीजें बहुत मैटर करती है. आपका डायरेक्शन, आपका बिजनेस का डायरेक्शन क्या है, आप कितना वैल्यू ऐड करते हैं. फर्क, if you want to charge more from your client, if you want your clients to pay in time, of course your value addition is extremely important. Usko lagna chahiye, I cannot afford to lose. I tell you, recently, last year I got a client in COVID, and that client was suffering badly due to COVID because of the turnover went down drastically. And they hired me as a consultant. Sir, you have to, you're not doing anything. You just guide us, advise us how we can increase our sales, how we can reduce our costs, how we can increase our margins, how we can create our customer base, how we can run this organization smoothly, how we can avoid cash crunches. Okay. So after 3 months, I didn't like the culture, the way they work. They were very lethargic in certain terms. They were very stubborn through the certain processes and systems. तो मैंने उनको बोला कि यार सर 3 महीने का हो गया, मैं अब आपके साथ काम नहीं कर पाऊंगा. And they were paying me hefty fees on a monthly basis. Hefty fees. कि सर क्या प्रॉब्लम है सर? मैंने कहा I will not be able to give you the results you are expecting from me. I will not be able to give you the results. And they were after me. They came to my office कि सर कुछ भी हो जाए, results आए ना आए, but we are happy with you. You are continuing with us as a consultant. So अब आप देखिए कि उनको कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा वैल्यू एडिशन जरूर मिला होगा, और जब उनका ये विश्वास मेरे अंदर देखा तो मेरा कन्विक्शन, मेरा कमिटमेंट, मेरा डिवोशन शायद पहले से डबल हो गया कि नहीं, मुझे यार, मेरे को ये इतना विश्वास कर रहे हैं, whether they are getting results or not, they are ready to pay me a hefty fee on monthly intervals. I need to give them the results. और दूसरी, कल भी हम इस बारे में बात कर रहे थे जब हम क्लाइंट के बाइफर्केशन के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, 80-20 रूल के बारे में, कि आपको अपने क्लाइंट्स को 80-20 के हिसाब से कैटेगराइज करना जरूरी है. और अभी वास्तव में ये हो रहा है. अगर आप अपने क्लाइंट को ABCD 4 कैटेगरी में बांटेंगे इन टर्म्स ऑफ their value, in terms of the total fee they pay to you. कुछ क्लाइंट्स फीस की वजह से नहीं रखते आप, कुछ क्लाइंट सिर्फ ब्रांडिंग की वजह से रखते हो, ये बताने के लिए कि फला आदमी मेरा क्लाइंट है. सो समटाइम यू नीड बिग नेम्स आल्सो, whether they are just paying you 15,000 for a certification work, but you need big clients for showcasing their names as for branding purposes. But there are big clients जो आपको unconditionally पैसा देते हैं, whenever you request for the increment, they never deny. So this is how 80-20. तो ABCD 4 कैटेगरी में करिए. और जब आप देखेंगे कि इसमें ऐसे क्लाइंट जो टाइम से फी नहीं देते, एवरी टाइम दे रेजिस्ट व्हेन यू इंक्रीज द फी, they pay less amount of fee, they eat lots of time, they expect a lot, they call so many times, they come to your office quite frequently, and there are people who pay you nicely, who do not come to your office, who hardly call you, and they never complain so far as your service is concerned. So what needs to be done? What we are doing it right now, we are giving our 80% time to those clients who are giving you 20% revenues. 20% revenues. Whereas your 80% revenue is being given by 20% clients. ये थोड़ा 10-20% ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है. Your 80% revenue is given by your small number of clients. Your 20% revenue comes from 80% people who will give you in pennies. So my maximum time is going to those people who are giving me 20% revenue. My less time is going to those clients who are giving me 80% revenue. इसको adjust कर दीजिए, my dear friends. You see how thing. आप उन लोगों को जो आपको 80% रेवेन्यू दे रहे हैं, अपना सिर्फ 20% टाइम देते हैं. आप उस बाकी को रिड्यूस कर दीजिए. 80% टाइम you are spending for those people who are giving you 20% revenue. Just adjust it. Once you adjust it, and you see the resources and time you will be having for growing. I have so many things to tell you, but let us let it be the last concept, and then we'll be taking few question answers. Your communication related to money plays an important role. What does that mean? How you communicate to yourself. जैसे मैंने अभी कहा पिछले एग्जाम्पल में कि उस रिच पर्सन को देख के आपने सोचा कि either this bungalow belongs to the father, or this bungalow, or if it belongs to them, it might have been earned through illicit means. This is communication related to money, which shows that money can be earned. If your father was rich, you can make money through illicit means. Now, I will request you to take a screenshot of this also, And when you sit in the night, answer these questions. And I want you to answer this question promptly, spontaneously. Don't think much while answering this question, because this will give you the correct insight what you think about money. So if I ask you, money is fill in the blank. Money makes people. If I were healthy, I would. People with money are. My parents always tell that money, these are the fill in the blanks. और ये क्यों क्वेश्चन है? ये वही क्वेश्चन है, इसका सही आंसर आपको देना जरूरी है कि जो एकदम से आपके दिमाग से आता है, ये रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे आपके माइंडसेट जो भी प्रेजेंट कर रहा है. एंड इफ आर एबल टू decode what is your current mindset towards money, it would be easy for you to change. If you do not know what you do not know, nobody will be able to help you. Money results in question number 6. Question number 7, ये सारे मेरे बुक्स की एक्टिविटीज है जो we get it done in our 3 days seminar, and we analyze it and we help people removing those bad programs. My biggest fear about money is to have more money. I need to. I'm afraid that I have more money. I would. Money is very important to me because. So you need to answer these questions to yourself. Okay. अब आप देखिए, कुछ चीजें ऐसी है जो मैं मनी से रिलेटेड आपको बताना चाहता हूँ. ये जो कम्युनिकेशन की बात चल रही थी ना, सेल्फ डिस्ट्रक्टिव पैटर्न, कि किस तरह का कम्युनिकेशन अपने आप से करते हैं पैसे को लेकर के. कुछ लोग कहते हैं इट्स टू हार्ड टू अर्न मनी. सो इफ इट इज योर स्ट्रॉन्ग बिलीफ, देन मनी विल कम टू यू, नो डाउट अबाउट दैट. बट बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी इसको, क्योंकि आपने ऐसा बिलीफ बना रखा है कि बहुत मेहनत करके पैसा आ सकता है. कुछ लोगों का कहना, ऐसा बिलीफ होता है कि ईमानदारी से तो हम पैसा नहीं कमा सकते, उसके लिए तो कुछ गलत करना ही पड़ेगा. ये भी एक बिलीफ है. आई वॉन्ट टू बी स्टिंकिंग रिच. अब आप देखिए, ये स्टिंकिंग वर्ड है ना, ये अच्छी फीलिंग देता है कि आपके दिमाग को नहीं देता. आप रिचनेस के साथ एक नेगेटिव वर्ड एसोसिएट कर रहे हो, ओह ही इज स्टिंकिंग रिच. तो वी नीड टू चेक दीज कम्युनिकेशन पैटर्न्स. लक ब्रिंग्स मनी, किस्मत से याद है कि पैसा तो किस्मत से आता है, उसकी किस्मत तेज है. So if we are creating, money brings evils. अब ये कि पैसा तो आता है, लेकिन पैसे के साथ साथ बहुत परेशानियां आती है, बीमारी आती है, रिलेशनशिप खराब होते हैं. इट इज नथिंग बट. और अगर देखिए, आपके सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में एक वैल्यू सिस्टम है, माई फैमिली इज फर्स्ट, माई हेल्थ इज फर्स्ट. इट इज अ वैल्यू सिस्टम इंस्टॉल्ड इन योर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड. एंड देयर इज अनदर कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी बिलीफ you have in your mind that money brings evil. Money spoils health, money spoils relationship. Contradictory belief हो गया. And your higher value system is your family and your health. Your mind will never let you try anything which can bring you a lot of wealth and money. So I'm trying to understand the psychology, trying to make you understand psychology behind that money mindset. Why people are there, they can make a lot of money. And similarly, when I look at people who grow, when I look at rich people, when I look at people who are earning a lot of money and growing in their life, if I feel jealous, if I'm talking about a successful person and I'm giving any excuse and justification behind their success, if I am having fear and doubt related to my business, ये नेगेटिव इमोशन है दोस्तों. अगर मैं किसी की ग्रोथ को देख के जेलस फील कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं माइंड को नेगेटिव मैसेज दे रहा हूँ दैट देखिए, नेगेटिव इमोशन हो रहा है ना, मैं किसी को ज्यादा पैसा कमाते हुए देख रहा हूँ तो जेलसी है, नेगेटिव इमोशन. तो माय माइंड डजंट फील कंफर्टेबल कि ओ ग्रोथ मींस जेलसी. नो आई डोंट वांट दिस. व्हेन आई ट्राई टू नेगेट समबडीज ग्रोथ थ्रू सम एक्सक्यूज, अरे उसकी तो किस्मत अच्छी थी, अरे उसके पिताजी ने उसके लिए बहुत पैसा छोड़ा, और उसको तो ये क्लाइंट मिल गया, उसको तो ये ब्रेक मिल गया. यू आर ट्राइंग टू नेगेट समबडीज ग्रोथ थ्रू एक्सक्यूज एंड जस्टिफिकेशन. तो ये कभी भी कोई फियर आपके दिमाग में, कोई डाउट आपके दिमाग में, सो यू नीड टू बैलेंस दीज इमोशन. आई नो इट्स टू डिफिकल्ट टू शेयर एवरीथिंग इन 90 minutes because it's a 3 days topic, but yes, if you think it's really interests you, you can explore more about it, read more books, try to understand more, talk to your mentors. But yes, if you set something here right, I tell you, my dear friends, you can achieve anything you want in your life. So this is what I wanted to share. 5:30 I wanted to finish because I wanted to keep 10-15 minutes for question Q&A session. So you can I have made very many small videos on this topic, 80-20 and how to have that mindset. So you can watch my YouTube channel in my name, Preetham Kumar Goswami. You can see Millionaire Mind Unleashed. The book is available on Amazon. And you can connect me on Facebook or on Instagram or on my WhatsApp number given on this slide for any help or any discussion you would like to have, because I'm also a fellow chartered accountant, your brother. So in case you want to connect, you can connect. So anybody who'd like to ask any question, I request the tech team to please share the questions here in the chat box, and I'd like to answer those questions. Okay, Surya Prakash had already asked a question, how to remove the stress of not getting professional work. It happens with so many people. Aapko Surya Prakash, you need to understand the reason behind it, why you have that stress, why you feel that pressure. First, you need to understand. And when you, every time you feel that pressure, and some time you feel that pressure, like earlier 10-12 years back, I used to feel that pressure whenever I used to go to for a meeting, a big client or a very resourceful person. I used to feel nervous or anxious from inside, and I used to underrate myself that no, it's not possible. I don't know what question is going to ask, whether I'll be able to reply. And once I remove that fear, my dear friends, so many people, India's top multinational companies CFOs got connected, and I was so comfortable working with them. So how to remove that? First, identify when you feel it, how you feel it, and then you need to specifically work on that when you're going for that meeting. And there is one technique which I'll tell you. We call it swish, SWISH, swish. You find it on YouTube or on my channel, or you can find hundreds of such videos using that. Because whenever you think about a fear, whenever you think about that stressful situation, you create an image, and that image which you create has corresponding feelings. So I'm talking about the psychological technique which we use. And first we have to identify that picture of those emotions, and that picture can be deleted. That the way we delete a file on computer, the same can be deleted. And once you delete that picture internally, you'll be very comfortable. In the same situation, you'll be a 200% changed person. So that is possible. Santosh asks a question: do you have to be clever and self-centered as a wolf to get millionaire mindset? I partially agree and partially disagree. Yes, you need to be clever. You need to be clever. और वो clever consciously नहीं हो सकते. It has to be subconscious. Clever means having a right business acumen. Clever means having taking right decisions. Clever means investing in right avenues. Okay. Clever means having proper negotiation with your client. It's a business acumen. I will not call it self-centered. और देखिए, self-centered में वहाँ I do not believe in that situation, win or lose. I believe in creating a win-win situation. When I am delivering my client a service or a value worth rupees 50,000, if my client is paying me 10,000 rupees for that 50,000 job, so it's not self-centeredness, asking the value for your services. So, but you have to create that situation. You have to negotiate in such a way. You have to present your value or your brand or yourself in such a way that people are paying you for your services. So it's not self-centeredness, but yes, you need to be clever to have that business acumen. Any other question? Okay, any other question, technical team? You can please share in the chat box. I don't think there are questions anymore. In case, yeah, we got a question finally. In case of self-destruction mindset, how NLP works? Okay, nice question. Let me tell you. All our self-destructive behavior, mindset, limiting belief, disempowering belief, they are the result of our early childhood or our life during our teenage that got created in our family, in our schools, through our friends. So that got created. So of course, NLP empowers you first to identify those behaviors, self-destructive mindsets. And of course, there are various techniques through which that can be deleted and that can be replaced by a better version, better program. So that is possible. Okay, somebody's asking about my WhatsApp number. So I'll be showing that my screen once again so that you can note down. It is there at the right corner of the screen, your right corner of the screen. It's my WhatsApp number, 93526000623. You can note it down. Okay, so we have one more question here in the box. Just a moment. Let me see that question. Okay, so see, Arun, hi Arun, how are you? Aap kal bhi the. It's nice to see you once again. How to behave or deal with fees related matters before client, along with tactful reasoning and body temperament. Please elaborate. Oh, okay, I cannot give a general answer to it, of course, because for different clients you have to have a different strategy. कि वो क्लाइंट का एज क्या है, वो उस क्लाइंट की आपको लेकर के थिंकिंग क्या है, उसका पास एक्सपीरियंस क्या है, ये सारी चीजें मैटर करती है. तो उसके हिसाब से कस्टमाइज स्ट्रेटेजी बनेगी. लेकिन मैं फिर ये कहूंगा आपको कि जब आप उस क्लाइंट के पास फी नेगोशिएशन के लिए या फी रिलेटेड मैटर के लिए जाते हो, तो पहले आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि आपके डाउट्स और फियर्स क्या है. व्हाट द काइंड ऑफ डाउट्स एंड फियर्स यू हैव. एंड आवर डाउट्स एंड फियर्स आर मेड ऑफ two reasons. Past experience with the same client. Maybe last time when you requested him to pay fee, he got arrogant. He was not on a right. His conversation was not in the right taste. Or I don't have such experience with the same client, but I have bad experience with some other clients. So those experiences creating that negativity and sense of fear in your mind. So sit with closed eyes. Think about those incidences. When you think about those incidences, some pictures will flash in your mind. Freeze those pictures. Focus on those pictures. When you focus on those pictures, that will create the similar emotions of fear, and you need to delete those pictures. मैंने कहा मेरे WhatsApp मेरे YouTube पे मैंने वीडियो डाला हुआ है 3-4 minutes का वीडियो, how to delete that picture. उसका मैंने तरीका बताया हुआ है. Just to watch that picture and then delete that. You'll find it. But उसको आप delete कर दोगे ना, तो आप अगले बार जब उस क्लाइंट के पास जाओगे, you go with a different mindset. और उस पिक्चर को आपको किसी दूसरी पिक्चर के साथ रिप्लेस करना है. कौन सी पिक्चर के साथ? आपके प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में you might have had some experience where you went to a client and you had a very good deal struck in your favor. The client accepted your proposal very quickly and was ready to pay you the amount you quoted. सबके साथ ऐसा कोई ना कोई केस है. Think about that situation with closed eyes. Just recall those memories. You will have that picture. This picture your mind needs to store, and the other picture, which is disempowering picture, your mind needs to delete. You replace that picture, you'll see from very next day or after 2-3 days, you can start feeling the change in your behavior. You can see the miraculous result in your favor. So how you replace those pictures, you can see in YouTube video. Okay. Okay, Mr. Bhargav, thank you so much for your appreciation. My question is, if any other CA charges slight lower fee for new clients, same service, which also we can afford, but for old client, it is injustice. Of course, it is injustice. And somehow, for any business reason or to acquire that client, say if you want to charge, say if the right fee for that small work is say 10,000 rupees, and if you're charging 5,000, but you're charging 10,000 to some other clients, yes, it is injustice, no doubt about that. If other person gets to know that you are charging lesser fees for the same work, same service from that client, that person feels cheated. और वो जो ज्यादा पैसा दे रहा होगा, वो क्लाइंट ऐसा भी होगा जो आपको टाइम से पैसे देता है, कभी कंप्लेन भी नहीं करता, तो आपको और चीज होती है. जो 80-20 वाला रूल मैंने बताया, वो आपको फॉलो करना है. एंड देन व्हाट यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू डू, इफ यू आर चार्जिंग 5,000 फॉर अ 10,000 जॉब, you have to indirectly, not directly, indirectly, in a subtle way, you have to pass this communication to that client that the real worth of this job is 10,000 rupees, sir, but I'm charging 5,000. तो धीरे धीरे आप उसको प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो आने वाले टाइम में कि नो, द रियल वर्थ इज 10,000 रुपीज, बट इन लॉन्ग टर्म आप भी कुछ टाइम के बाद कहीं ना कहीं रियलाइज करेंगे कि यार 5,000 में तो नहीं करेंगे काम, कहीं ना कहीं आपको अपना बॉर्डर लाइन, क्योंकि एक और चीज मैं बता दूं आपको, अगर आप लो फीस के क्लाइंट रखते हैं लंबे टाइम तक तो उससे आपकी ब्रांडिंग रिड्यूस होती है, कि एक इंसान जाकर के मार्केट में बोलता है जी मैं तो सीए को 2,000 रुपए देता हूँ, इट्स रिड्यूसिंग, इट्स डैमेजिंग योर ब्रांड। तो कहीं ना कहीं इसमें एक लाइन ड्रॉ करनी पड़ेगी, दैट आई विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट एनी असाइनमेंट बिलो 10,000 रुपीज, और आई विल नॉट चार्ज अ फी लेसर देन दिस अमाउंट। ये हमारा कंफ्यूजन होता है। आज से 5 साल पहले मेरे सीनियर पार्टनर ने बोला कि हम इनकम टैक्स की फीस इससे कम नहीं लेंगे, तो मैंने बोला सर मैं जैसे ये फी कोट करूंगा ना लोग बेहोश हो जाएंगे, दे विल नॉट एबल टू डाइजेस्ट एंड पीपल। तो मैंने ये सोचा, हमने फ्लोट किया और मुझे इतना ताज्जुब हुआ कि सिर्फ 10% लोग, मतलब जब मैंने फ्लोट किया तो 40-50% लोगों ने तो कुछ बोला ही नहीं, दे डिड नॉट इवन रिएक्ट। कुछ लोगों ने रिएक्ट किया और 10-12-15% लोग मेरे को छोड़ के चले गए, बट ओवरऑल गेन जो हुआ दैट वाज सिग्निफिकेंट। तो कहीं ना कहीं ऑफ कोर्स that is important. Kalpana had a question. Every day reading your goals and affirmation, we have listened and read at so many places, but while reading it our mind is not registering the reality of those goals. Very true. I did. Just by reading you will not be able to install. I tell you, affirmations do not work unless you have clarity. मैंने कहा ना, ये चीज आपको चाहिए, you install in your mind. क्यों चाहिए? Your mind will not start acting on it unless your mind is convinced about the purpose why you want it. Number 2. Number 3, you have to identify your limiting and disempowering belief which are in conflict with these goals. If I did 2 businesses in past and I had losses in those 2 businesses, I was not successful. So this is my past and this is in my mind. And whenever I think of doing big business, write affirmations, my mind will not accept unless I remove those past bad memories, those disempowering programs. So that is very important. Okay, Surya Prakash writes, plan inventory of resources. If we practitioners appoint people in advance without work, it costs a lot, it gives stress. How to deal with this? Get the professional workforce. SME takes a lot of time. Of course, I'm not asking you to go blindly for it. Of course, you need to plan strategically. I'm not asking you to hire all the resources at one go. Slowly and gradually. First, think about your existing resources का bandwidth क्या है. If you think your existing resources का capacity utilization only 50% है, तो first you try to use that unused capacity. If you think I'm struggling with the staff, I'm struggling with the quality, I have a lot of pressure of work and I need to hire a few people, then slowly उसको बढ़ाइए. दूसरी चीज ये है कि आपके पास पैरेलली उसकी स्ट्रैटेजी भी होनी चाहिए. केवल हायरिंग करके और प्रेशर करके, दिस इज वन एट्रीब्यूट ओनली, बट यू हैव टू हैव अ प्रोसेस. दोनों चीजें पैरेलली चलेंगी. यू आर पिचिंग इन फॉर न्यू वर्क, यू आर creating network, you are meeting people frequently. Every week you are meeting 5 new people, you are joining social organizations, you are doing a lot of networking, you are asking other CAs for outsourcing of the work. So you have to work on multiple strategies, but parallelly you have to create that resource building, otherwise you will not be able to do justice with the new clients. So I'm not asking you to do without formation of a strategy. I'm not asking you to do at one go. Build them slowly first, utilize your untapped potential, then frame a plan and then go for it. Sagar has a question: how to increase practice in consultancy area, having very small market without much big industries, with already big consultants in the market. Does mindset play a role in this area? Of course. As I told you, I come from a medium size town, which is the total population of my city is 15 lakhs. I'm into management consulting, and there's no doubt about that. It's a very good rewarding area. Of course, it needs a lot of commitment from your side, because you have to show the results. You have to show the tangible results to people, and then only people are not afraid to pay you. I tell you, when I share this fact with the senior chartered accountants of my city, they say, Do we have scope of this in our town? And yes, Manka, yes, I am doing. And you know, don't need to have big industries for that. Even if a businessman having a turnover of 2 or 3 crores need a business coach, need a business consultant, need a mentor. And trust me, my dear friend, nobody can be a better business coach and business consultant than a chartered accountant. It is a mindset. Nobody. बिकॉज जो एक्सपोजर आज आपने अपने 3 साल के आर्टिकलशिप पीरियड में कितने वैरायटी ऑफ बिजनेस को ऑडिट किया है, कितने वैरायटी ऑफ बिजनेस को अंदर से देखा है, इतना एक्सपोजर किसी और प्रोफेशन में हो ही नहीं सकता. नोबडी कैन बेटर देन अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. बस यस, इट इज माइंडसेट. एंड आई टेल यू, आने वाले टाइम में यही सबसे ज्यादा चीज बिकने वाली है. आई गो टू अ क्लाइंट, और अगर वो क्लाइंट फीस नहीं देता, उसको क्लियर बात बोलता हूँ मैं, तो भैया आपका टर्नओवर कितना है? 2 crores. ओके, मेरे आने के बाद से आप डोंट पे मी द फी, I'll help you in these areas. 10% turnover increase is a nominal increase which I am not expecting through my contribution. वो तो आप बढ़ा लोगे, लेकिन 10% के ऊपर जितना टर्नओवर बढ़ेगा, I'll be charging this much of fee. You know, ऐसे क्लाइंट को तो उसको लगता है I'm not paying any fee to you. If my turnover increases, only I'll be paying this much of it. Everybody needs. और कई सारे ऐसे आजकल you know, डॉक्टर विवेक, people like डॉक्टर विवेक बिंद्रा जो बड़ा बिजनेस के ऊपर बात करते हैं, ठीक है, वो इंडिविजुअली जाके कनेक्ट नहीं कर सकते, बट यू हैव द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू मीट इंडिविजुअली, टू गो टू देयर बिजनेसेस, टू मेंटोर देयर एम्प्लॉइज, टू अंडरस्टैंड देयर डेटा, their bottlenecks, their barriers in growth. Definitely you can do that, Sagar. It is quite possible. Okay, so I got to go because I have an important meeting following after this. So thank you so much, and over to Gaurav for a word of thanks. And I wish to thank the Krishnakant ji, Reena ji, and all technical team of CPE committee, ICAI, Gyan ji, Mishra, Dr. Rajkumar Adukia for providing me this opportunity. Tomorrow we are going to have last session. It is on general excellence, how to achieve excellence in life. Today specifically we talked about growth and finances. Tomorrow we are going in general perspective, general excellence, achieving that excellence in life. So over to you, Gaurav ji.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session, the millionaire mindset. And you specifically mentioned the mindset for the business direction, value addition, 80-20 rule, and asking the question one by one. So that was the wonderful. So thank you, everyone. So we'll be continuing tomorrow with our last day session. Thank you, everyone.